Welcome back, everyone. We're sitting here in February 2026, and I think it's safe to say that the drought is officially over. And what do I mean by that? We've had so many years of delays, rumors, coming soons on our screens, but I think this year it's different. We've got so many titles that are looking so good, and for the first time in years, I'm super hyped about all the games that are going to come. So today I'm going to be breaking down these games, going through some of the games I'm excited about one by one, and yeah, show you a bit of gameplay as well. And yeah, without further ado, let's just get into it. So the first game is Forza Horizon 6. Now, it is finally here and is no longer an Xbox exclusive, and it's arguably the first true cross-platform racing giant available on PS5 also. So you can see some of the gameplay that I have here. The visuals look absolutely stunning. The cars look amazing, and the settings in which the tracks are located look fantastic also. And, you know, one thing that kind of stood out to me is the visual contrast between tracks, some of the settings in cities in Tokyo, and also the neon-soaked urban streets. You've also got tracks located in mountains and the Alpines. It looks awesome, honestly. They've got tracks located in unconventional, contrasting locations that each look uniquely beautiful. On top of that, they've updated things like the audio and steering wheel animations to make the cockpit view more immense than ever. And other big new features as well is they've got an obstacle course mode to be able to test the limits of these new customization options in a chaotic, fun environment. Yeah, it genuinely looks like it's going to be a fantastic game. How can we talk about new releases and not talk about the new GTA? It has been pushed back and pushed back and pushed back, and finally we have a concrete date on it, which is to be November the 19th, 2026. It's going to be interesting to see what Rockstar have cooked up this time. They've decided to make the game in the state of Leonida, which is Rockstar's version of Florida. It has a few other locations as well, so places like Vice City, based off Miami, the Grass Rivers, based off Everglades, the Keys, and even the mountainous Port Gellhorn. But at this stage, those are simply names. What does it actually mean for the gamer, right? And the map itself is nearly twice the size of GTA 5, spanning across 5 different countries. But I thought an interesting stat that matters is that there's 700 plus enterable interiors. So think back to GTA 5, right, and how big it felt when it first came out. GTA 5 only had about 30 to 40 places we could actually go inside. On this, it's going to have 700 plus. So you can imagine how many more different experiences there are for the gamer this time around. You're able to walk into motels, fully explorable malls, pawn shops, you name it. There's going to be something there for you in GTA 6. And what it does is it just helps to make the world feel more alive than it ever is, right? They've even got things like a wildlife system built in, like alligators, flamingos, sharks. In terms of the actual gameplay mechanics, they've got RDR2 style realism with dynamic sweat systems and ray traced global illumination. And in terms of the combat, the protagonist now has a slow motion focus mode to target weak enemy points. Rockstar says this is the most immersive evolution in their history, and GTA 5 gave us good content for the good part of a decade. So can you imagine how long this game's going to go on for? It could probably easily last us the next 10 to 15 years. We'll have to see. But I think the key focus is on how much bigger they've made the map and how many more different places there are for the user to see. And we'll have to see what they cook up with the story. That remains to be seen. Now, let's shift gears to something darker. Coming late 2026, we have Marvel's Wolverine. And this is being made by the creators of Spider-Man's 1 and 2. So fingers crossed we're able to see some overlap in terms of the fighting mechanics. But if you're just expecting Spider-Man with claws, think again. Judging by the trailers and the gameplay footage, this seems to have more of a distinct Gears of War type of vibe. It's a lot more gory, it's a lot more mature and combat heavy, and certainly the bloodshed that we're seeing on these images set apart from anything else we've seen Marvel do within gaming. And this isn't supposed to be a massive open world, it's meant to be tight, linear action adventure. So think of something more like Uncharted or The Last of Us. And the story essentially takes Logan across the globe from the Canadian wilderness to the underground of Japan. And from my personal perspective, I feel like a lot of people maybe share this point of view. I think Wolverine is a character that has been criminally underused within gaming, and Insomniac looks like they're finally building a universe that does him justice. Judging off the images, it seems like he's got a distinct, unique vibe, and we all know the potential that Wolverine has for his own universe to rival the likes of Spider-Man, the likes of Batman, and we've seen it in the movies, and it'd be awesome to see it within gaming too. Keeping with Marvel, we have the Marvel 1943 Rise of Hydra. We were hoping for an early 2026 release, but it looks like we're going to be waiting a little bit longer. Hopefully it's going to arrive in the summer, but this game, it's a visual powerhouse running on Unreal Engine 5.4, and I think the story is fascinating. You know, basically it's about an uneasy alliance between Captain America and Azuri, the Black Panther of the 1940s, and they aren't necessarily friends, but they're forced to work together against a common enemy. And in the game, you'll have the ability to play as 4 different characters. So, as well as Black Panther and Captain America, you have the opportunity to play as Gabriel Jones and Nanali as well. And we haven't seen a deep dive on the gameplay yet, but a little bit like Wolverine and some of the other superhero titles that are going to be released this year, we can expect the combat to be fantastic. And generally speaking, the foundation here for this game to be a success is really, really good. It's going to be fantastic to see also the combination, the dynamic between the Captain America and Azuri, right? How these two work with one another in the story and how it all comes together to form a narrative. It is all really exciting stuff.
Quite simple. Bond is a bullet without a target. Let's give him one.
Next up, we have the James Bond game. So this is Project 007 First Light, and it's scheduled to come out May 27th, 2026. So, you know, it's been 14 years since the last major Bond game release, and that drought ends now. Developed by IO Interactive, the masters behind Hitman, this is a stealth action origin story. So it's not just shooting, it is gadgets, cars, espionage, and high stakes infiltration. And this is supposed to be the start of a planned trilogy as well. So not only is it yet another protagonist universe which captures the gamer's imagination, but it is also something that will reward gamers for committing to over the main games that are going to be released. I think a little bit like Wolverine, James Bond is a universe that I think has not been utilized to its full potential within the gaming universe, and IO Interactive, having developed games like Hitman, have experience with making successful games off this style. So you can be sure to expect that this trilogy has a major chance of being successful. Next up, we have Lego Batman, and yeah, just 2 days later, actually, from the Project 007 First Lights, we have on May the 29th the release of Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight. And I know some of you may be thinking it's just a Lego game, but for me, this holds a special place in my heart. Going back to Xbox 360 days, the 2008 release of Lego Batman was a game that I actually got on bundle, but was awesome to play. So to see another Lego Batman release is wonderful to see, and it's something I'm sure to play. But there is a reason for general players across the board, regardless of demographic, to be interested in this game. And it is not only built for the PS5 era, but they've revamped the combat to make it feel a little bit like the Arkham games. And if you haven't played the Arkham games, I highly recommend you do. One of the best series ever, but it was the combat which brought those games to life. So the fact that they're trying to kind of bring that sort of combat style into this game gives reason for optimism for Lego Batman. It finally offers varying difficulty levels as well, so it's not just a cakewalk game, or it's not just meant to be a game you kind of just roll through like maybe some of the other Lego games. I think this is a game that appeals to the masses rather than a specific target audience. You have the opportunity to play all the major enemies such as Joker, Bane, Mr. Freeze, Poison Ivy, you name it, and the producers have tried to put an emphasis on the gamer feeling powerful whilst playing the game. So don't sleep on this one. This is sure to be a fantastic release. Moving later into the year, we have the return of an icon, the new Tomb Raider. It's been nearly 30 years since Lara Croft first appeared on our screens, and this new entry, powered by Unreal Engine 5, looks to be the most visually impressive yet. Set in North India, the game unifies the timelines of the Survivor trilogy and the classic games, and it just brings back the holy trinity of gameplay: 3D platforming, puzzle solving, and combat. It's an adventure game in the truest sense, uncovering secrets that could reshape the future. And once again, a fantastic addition to an already unbelievable pipeline of games that we have. The universe captures the imagination of the gamer and the viewer. I mean, even look at some of the visuals here, some of the scenes that the game is set within, and we know what a Tomb Raider game is like. The diversity in terms of the challenges, the puzzles that you need to solve to progress through the game, and it's going to be super exciting for them to do that in 2026. So stay tuned with that one. Next up, we have the Halo Remastered Edition, and finally, we're going to be seeing Halo on PlayStation. I know we had remastered versions of Halo back on previous generations on the Xbox One, but for it to go cross-platform as well is unprecedented. We haven't got a specific release date for it yet, but given that the 25th anniversary comes around this November, it's likely that we're going to see a remastered version then. From what we've seen, what we've read, this remastered edition is likely to preserve everything you loved about the original: the semi-floaty physics, the vehicle combat, and they're even going to preserve the split-screen co-op. So you're still going to get that original Halo feeling that you had when you first played through the games, but this revamp is likely to give it a massive visual overhaul with the 4K display and other visual and audio enhancements as well. You can see here also on the footage things such as the skyboxes, the water, the terrain textures. It all looks like a modern 2026 title, but it plays like the legend that started it all. So whether you are a older gamer who has been fortunate enough to play the originals when they were released, to a newcomer who is familiar with Halo being a success but never had a chance to play it hands-on, this is the opportunity for you to play it right here, right now. It looks stunning, but it looks to have preserved what made Halo so great in the first place. And before I go, I want to leave you with some games to watch for 2027 and beyond. So the first being the Division 3. This is Massive Entertainment returning to their roots and going back to when the Division 2 was released, which is 10, 11 years ago now. It is great to see the Division making a return to our screens. It was a fantastic loot shooter grind to play, producing some lovely visuals and the dystopian atmosphere, as well as hundreds of hours of gameplay. It is sure to be a fantastic title once it gets released. We haven't got a date on it yet, but hopefully as the year progresses, we'll get more details and more excitement and hype. And finally, we have The Witcher 4, and it's been over a decade since The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt redefined RPGs, and this new saga, likely starring Ciri as the protagonist, moves the franchise to Unreal Engine 5 and expands the world beyond the Northern Kingdoms. It's ways off, but even just looking at this teaser trailer, the hype is already real. And we don't have a specific release date on it, but it is likely looking that it's going to come out late 2027 or early 2028. So keep your eyes open for that one. And so, yeah, it is truly an incredible time to be a gamer right now. Some of these titles that I've gone through look seriously exciting, and the fact that they're all coming out in this year is something to really look forward to. Please let me know in the comments which one you will be most likely grabbing on day one. Let me know also if there are any titles that I haven't mentioned. There are for sure some that I've missed out, but I'm super excited for the rest of the year, and you guys should be too. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.